Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I need to get chat back open. Okay, hot air balloon stuff. Yeah, if anybody didn't see that in chat, my computer decided to freeze and crash, and I couldn't do anything but restart it, so here we are. Am I fully set up? I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe I'm not. Okay, is the chat working? Okay, it is. Yeah, I don't think there's any way for me to disable that Steve Wood, otherwise I would, but as far as I know, they don't give me that level of control. Okay, what are we doing? What did it save my changes that I made to the code? I don't even know if Sublime open. Let's open up Sublime. And let's also close some of those tabs I have open because I have a shit ton of tabs open. Just deciding which ones I do. I probably should have left inventory open, but whatever. I probably don't need most of these. I'll just, I'm just going to close them all and open up the ones I think are relevant, like this and this. Okay, and what got saved? Because I don't know exactly what happened when it crashed. Okay, right, so I wanted to apply gravity to it here. Gravity probably isn't really the best term for it, but some sort of downforce. And I'm just going to make that like 1. And we'll play around with those values, and I'll make it so I could change those values live instead of having to refresh each time. In fact, I can probably do that now instead of having to refresh again. Too bad this freaking block of code is so large that it makes me select more than I should have to. And let's also make it like sunset or something again, since it's pretty to ride up in the hot air balloon at sunset. Okay, and now we're going to place the hot air balloon. Oh, wait a second. Did I forget to make that negative? Yes, I did. Whoopsies. Oh, and then also we are not doing the collision for some reason there, so we'll probably fall through the world when I update this. Game? Hello? Why am I not falling? Why does it insist on me floating up to forever? Okay, I actually am falling now, I think. Just very, very slowly. Yeah, these numbers are going to have to be tweaked to be like more like this and maybe even that. Something like that. And then we should probably put like a max thing in. Oh, okay, we actually didn't fall through the world this time. That's great. Let's see if I go up this hill. Okay, so that's interesting. If I go through the hill, like it lets me go through the terrain, but for some reason I didn't fall through the terrain. Huh, that is weird. Okay, well let's ignore the terrain collision for now, and let's get a nice feel for the controls. Yeah, that's very strange that I don't fall through the terrain instantly. Yeah, I can go through the terrain. Hey clones, how are you? Did I miss anything important in chat? Probably not. If I did, just say excuse me, just say it again. Okay, so this works pretty darn good. I probably will make the very far zoomed out camera. Also, it looks like my feet are going through the model. So that's probably something we should fix. Oh, what is also interesting, yeah, so none of that code that we're doing wherever I'm doing it, none of this code appears to actually be happening. I don't know why that is. I must be changing the position somewhere else. In fact, I probably am. It's probably using the player's position, so we actually need to change like player.position.y or something like that, because it's attaching itself to the player. Yeah, and we're changing the force on the player. We're doing everything on the player, not actually on the hot air balloon. Probably not really the right way to go about it, but I mean, who's gonna stop me? What is this nonsense here? Yeah, so player.position. And do the same here. And the elevation should be pretty much the same, so it shouldn't matter which one I use. I'm just gonna leave it at this elevation. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna paste this code into console instead of having to refresh, because nobody likes to watch that load screen. And let's see if that fixes most of my issues. Okay, so it does look like I'm hitting a ceiling of sorts. Oh, and I'm also not falling. Okay, let's see what I'm doing wrong. Alright, so the min Eli is this Eli over 0, choosing the maximum value there. The max Eli is min Eli plus 100. Then we're clamping that to those values. Oh, wait, I am on the ground. So, when we reach the top, the force is still being applied. So we're like pushing really, really hard with the force up, and we're just hitting the ceiling, but the force is never actually going down. It's just pushing, pushing, pushing. So we're just kind of stuck at the top until that force goes, drops down low enough. That's what happened. I don't know exactly how I want to fix that. Maybe I'll make it so once you hit the ceiling, the force is brought back to 0. Something like that. But really, we don't want a hard ceiling. We'd rather have something that slowly stops the force from being applied as you go higher and higher. Dev Techman, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. So maybe I should focus on something like that. So that should be in here. Yeah, applying the force. Yeah, applying the force here. We're going to have to slowly make this value less and less the higher in elevation we get. Or altitude, rather. So this dot, or we'll just say altitude, right? Okay, so apparently I'm not going to be able to be, that's strange. Apparently I'm not going to be able to stream music to YouTube live because apparently a copyright claim was created for my live stream, which is very, very strange. I'm surprised with that because you could stream the game. That's why I do it on Twitch. You could stream, Hotline Miami. So I'm interested in how they're using their algorithm to determine that. I just got an email about that. God damn it. That's annoying. Maybe I'll just end the YouTube stream since they want to be assholes about that. Yeah, so if anybody's watching on YouTube, just go on to twitch.tv/frinlet because YouTube doesn't like me apparently. Alright, those streams are off. Oh, apparently I'm supposed to restart my broadcasting software to apply those changes. That's stupid. Let's see if that's actually true though. Sorry, this is just making me do things that I don't want to be doing on stream, but I have to deal with this for a second. Yeah, I really wanted to end that stream. Yeah, I guess they could detect the game. That's really strange. Like Twitch, you know, they'll mute my past broadcast if I play regular music, but if I play game music, their algorithm can't determine between if you're playing the game or if you're playing music. So that's how that works. I mean, to be honest, the way YouTube is and the way it sucks, I could probably be actually streaming Hotline Miami and I'd still probably have the copyright claim. I kind of just want to end the YouTube stream, but apparently it won't let me do that with Restream.io unless I restart the stream, which is stupid. So I want to see if there's a way for me to manually not be live. This is annoying. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I have a live dashboard. Maybe I can do it in there. Like if I change my key or something, that would probably change now and do it. I don't even know if they let me do that. Does anybody know if there's any easy way to stop your stream on the YouTube dashboard without actually stopping the stream? Like for everything. This is so annoying. And I'm using the YouTube gaming thing, so they shouldn't really be able to tell I'm not playing the game. My guess is this would happen even if I was playing the game because YouTube sucks. This sucks. I'm either gonna have to just stop the music or restart the stream. I guess I'll stop the music, which is unfortunate. Sorry, guys. I'll put the link to it in the chat if anybody wants to listen to it on their own. But YouTube is a mean thing. Okay. Oh, Cal left. Sorry, Cal. I didn't say bye. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. You're probably not here to hear this. Okay, suggestions. When balloon lands, make a poof of dust. Okay, we can do that. That's actually, I think, going to be really easy because we already have like a emit explosion particle thing function. Wind / dynamic direction. Yeah. Direction effects with particles, flames, burners start when moving, stop when idled. Wind sound and increased sound based on altitude. Okay, those are all good ideas. I'm gonna write that down somewhere. I'm just gonna put it in my notes file, I guess. I'm so bad at organizing these things. But thank you very much for the suggestions, Steve. I appreciate that. And they're all very, very good ideas that we all have to do at some point. Whoops, Steve Void. And most of them seem like they'd probably be fairly easy. The only thing that might be a little annoying is the dynamic wind, but we could just apply like some simplex noise or something and it should be fine. I'm guessing they detected it by playing all the songs in the right order with no, like, it's, you know, it's like exactly the right order, with no breaks in between or anything. So they have that stored or something. I don't know how it works, but that's probably how it happened. Yeah, I just thought it might be nice to try different services just for fun, but apparently the one that I used to stream on livecoding.tv and twitch.tv, so I was expecting when I come back I'm going to do at least those. But livecoding.tv is now liveedu.tv, and they are like, oh, you have to be approved to stream and you have to generate money for us and stuff, and I don't know. It seems really stupid and they have a lot of rules, and now I guess I'm here just on Twitch, which is unfortunate because I'd like to reach as many people as possible. But I don't know. Is there any other streaming services that are worth it? What about here, let me see. What are the services they offer on this? Because there is one other one that might be interesting, but I don't remember what it's called. Oh well, I can't find it. Oh well, yeah, it's annoying. Oh, Periscope, maybe that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, but I doubt they audited this stream because there's like, I think literally one, possibly even zero people watching the stream. I don't think they care about that. It had to have been software. Whatever. I'm just gonna try to not get too upset about that, and I would like to restart the stream now, and I can. Whatever. Let's just get back to work. So the altitude is going to be calculated by being player dot position dot y minus this dot eli. I think I did that right. Yeah, that should have worked. And then I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this. Var multiplier is going to be something like altitude minus 500, or minus 100 even, because that's basically our max one, or 100 minus altitude. Yeah, 100 minus altitude, and then we're going to divide this by a certain amount. So this is basically going to be, well, once I clamp this, which I am going to do, so it's going to be clamped from 0 to 1. So if your altitude is, 0, this is going to return 1, so our multiplier is at 1, and then once our altitude reaches over 100, this is going to start going down. Now we don't want to do it all in one unit. Right now it's all in one unit, so it's going to go from 100, or from like 99, it's going to be set to 1, and once you get up to 100 in altitude, it's going to go all the way down to 0, so it's going to stop the force very abruptly, but I'd like to do it a little bit more gradually. So we're going to divide this value by some amount, and I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that. I think I can just divide it by 10. Let me think for a second how that works. So when I reach, I think that will return the right amount. So it'll spread it over 10 units instead of just 1 unit. I might need to divide it in a different place than I'm dividing it, but I'm pretty certain that that's correct. Yeah, that should be fine. So then we're just going to multiply this by the multiplier, and that should make it so it's a lot more gradual. 100, I'm not sure what amount of units I want to do it, if I want to divide it over a larger amount of units or make the max height lower or higher, but that works for now. And we can play around with it, and if it feels really funny, then we'll have to change that. Yeah, I really wish I could have music on. God damn you, YouTube. All right. So now as we go up, we shouldn't hit a hard ceiling, and we also shouldn't have any problem with the force still being applied while we're hitting the ceiling, because the force is actually being stopped. Okay. Or, everything I just said is a lie and it's still completely broken, that too. Why would that be? Oh, because we're still clamping the elevation somewhere. We're still clamping it. Where is that code? Yeah, we're still clamping it here. So really, we don't want to clamp it. Wait a second. 1 second. Yeah, I am doing it somewhere. I just need to find where I'm doing that code. Where the hell was that? Is it here? Yes, it's here. Okay, so we don't want to clamp this. We just want to do math.max and then pass through min elevation. the max elevation won't be a thing because we're doing that somewhere else. So we're basically just making sure it doesn't go underground and it doesn't go underwater. And just because I like the lower number typically, or the static number to be first, I'm going to put that there, and then the more dynamic number to put second. Order doesn't matter, obviously, it just makes me feel better putting it in the order that I like it in. Okay, now, hopefully, this will work. Whoops, what is going on here? Okay, let's try this out. So I'm gonna rise my balloon up. It's still probably rising way too fast and probably falling too fast, and little tiny tweaks will have to be made, but it's not like super important. But as I go up, I should gain less and less altitude and then kind of fall back down. And then it'll probably do like kind of like a bobbing thing where, that's interesting. So I'm below the altitude and I'm still holding spacebar, but it's not rising me back up. So it kind of seems like I may have to re-press spacebar, which is very odd that I would have to do that. Let's try that again, except this time instead of holding spacebar, I will let go of it once I start falling and press it again. But that shouldn't be necessary. Yeah, I'm not really able to catch myself quickly. I'm able to slow my fall a lot, but I'm not really able to catch it. So somewhere in here, I guess I'm going to make this a lot sharper. Yeah, let's just divide this over like, I don't know, 3 units. And let's also make this unit, I don't know. Maybe I should just have max force. That way, yeah. Let's just have a max force. And I guess yeah, I want that to be just a static number. We definitely don't want to use delta time in there, but I don't know what number we actually want to be using there because I have no idea what the range is like. So let's just log that when we're, I guess, falling. So game.world.player.force. Okay, so we're like, we've reached 0.1 basically at the max, so we'll clamp it to 0.1, sure, because even that was a little bit fast. Maybe we should do like 0.08, and then this is going to be clamped to negative max force and positive max force. And then all these values, to make it respond a little bit more quickly, we can just make them larger like that. Hopefully that'll be okay. And let's paste that code in. Okay. Whoa, that's interesting. So it saved my save data as being attached to something, but when I refreshed, or no, I don't know what happened there actually. Huh. No, I just really broke it. Where's the model? What did I do? Okay, I messed up big time. I don't know how I messed that up so bad. Oh, well, probably because I put player.force, not player.force.y. That was probably the entire reason why that failed. I'm hoping. Ah, there we go. That makes more sense. I'm not sure why I got teleported, but I'm guessing it's because of the bug previous. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so I'm able to rise up. Maybe a little bit too fast. Again, we could tweak these numbers. I'm able to rise up. And then I reach basically a cap. And I'm not able to rise up anymore. And hopefully, if I'm doing this right, I won't keep falling. It's very strange. I should be able to catch myself easily, but I'm not able to catch myself at all. Like I had to hit the ground and then I could start floating back up. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is way too floaty. I need to like multiply these values a ton. It's way, way too floaty. And that's a large reason why this is being so difficult to control. Oh, this code, this file is such bullshit. Okay, it's this line. No, it's not this line. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, so we're just going to multiply his values quite a bit. Like it's going to be 15. This is going to be, I don't know, 30. And this will be probably even less. Obviously, dividing by 1 at this point isn't doing anything, so we can remove that. But I don't know what I want it to be exactly yet, so I'm just going to leave it at divided by 1, so I can easily change it to divided by 1.1 or something in the future. Okay, there we go. I'm finally able to catch myself. Now let's see. It's still probably a little bit too floaty, but we're getting much closer to what I want. And apparently I'm colliding with something. Nice, Steve. Very nice. Okay, is it gonna catch? But when I reach the max, it is catching it. You can see I'm not. I just caught it right there, but it's still not high enough for these values, which kind of sucks because when you're on the ground. Oh, but when we hit the ground, we can reset the Y force, and I don't know if we're doing that. I don't think we are. So that's something that we definitely want to be doing. Yeah. Although with this max force thing, I think that probably helps fix all the issues. But I'd still like to do it if our altitude is really low. So let's actually keep the altitude outside of that if statement. And then we're going to say if altitude is below 0.1, then the force is not allowed to be negative. The force can't go below 0. I think that's what I want to do. So I'm going to say player.force equals math.max. I think I'm doing that right. Yeah, so I should always choose the maximum value, which would be 0. Very good. Okay. So that basically lets us hit the ground and reset the force. And these numbers actually still, like I said, should be a lot larger. I never actually updated that. I guess I'll double them, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Steve Void. I definitely should probably disable that part of the software, the chat software. Okay, I'm falling. Am I gonna catch myself? Not exactly. And let's test out if I fall all the way down. Okay, and it is mostly not falling through the terrain. I mean, maybe a tiny bit, but mostly it's not falling through the terrain. That's interesting. I'm trying to fly up right now, and it kind of keeps me stuck there. So I might have flipped this the wrong way. Maybe a negative force puts me up, and a positive force puts me down. No, that can't be right. Maybe I just flipped something that I didn't realize I flipped. Also, while I have it in my mind, let me disable that auto picture thing because that is a really bad idea to do. Appearance. What is it? I don't know where it's under. Filters, accounts. You would think appearance, but maybe I didn't see it, but I don't see it here. I remember seeing it somewhere though, so there should be a thing for it. Okay, I hope it's this. I think if I just press post images, I think that'll work. Oh, and that's interesting. I could maybe like change some mods or specific usernames are allowed to post images. That's interesting, but I'll just leave it off for everybody. If you could do me a favor, Steve, can you just post like basically the same exact image again, and see if I did that right? Okay. Yeah, so I broke something here with the force. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, that fixed it. All right, Hafu, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we should see each other again, because I'm gonna try my best to keep streaming pretty much daily. But yeah, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Yeah, get a lot of work done. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna keep multiplying these values until they feel tight enough. But also, this here, I did something wrong. And I don't know how I managed to screw that up. Maybe this should be below here. But if it's choosing the maximum value, it should allow positive just fine. It just shouldn't let it go negative. But instead it's getting stuck as if it's not letting it push up. Very, very strange. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so I'm hitting the train. That's pretty good. If I try to go up, there's a little bit of delay, but not as bad. Okay, now if I'm going up, am I going to be able to catch myself from falling? Ideally, I would kind of just stay at one elevation, but not feel like I'm hitting like a hard ceiling, an invisible hard ceiling. Damn, that still isn't working. It's not tight at all. What am I doing wrong? I mean, maybe clamping the force was a bad idea, but I feel like that would have made it tighter, because it allows us to make dramatic changes without actually moving the player or allowing the force to get out of control. And I don't think I'm doing anything wrong here, because if the altitude's at 0, it's going to be 100 minus 0, so it's going to be 100, and then that's going to clamp to 1, so we're multiplying by 1, so that should be fine. And even if we're at 50 altitude, it's still going to be 100 minus 50, which is 50, and that's going to clamp to 1. So all of that should be fine until you reach 100. If it's at 100, then it's going to get clamped, 100 minus 100 is 0, it's going to get clamped to 0, and then the multiplier is at 0, which should be fine. And then once you dip back down below that altitude, this should kick back in, the multiplier should go back up, and you should do that. Don't you need an impulse instead of force? I don't know how that works in this language. Well, an impulse is an instantaneous thing, right? Instead of a force, it's like one frame of force, right? I think if I remember my terminology correctly. So I don't think we want that, because we want a constant force being applied. And I think if I remember my terminology correctly, impulses are not constant forces. They're a short, basically one frame force being applied. And the reason why those are different, I believe, is because they work different with delta time and stuff. Since they're always one frame, you don't have to apply delta time to those, and you shouldn't. Even though with a lot of physics stuff, you should be using fixed timestamps anyway. So you don't really need delta time because it's always fixed. We're not doing that currently, so... But yeah, I don't think we would want an impulse, if I remember what an impulse is correctly. To catch yourself? I mean, we shouldn't need to do that. I suppose we could do that, but then it's going to feel weird because it's going to be like, it's going to be a jarring, like, instantaneous thing. It's going to feel like you're bouncing off a hard surface, which actually maybe we should implement bouncing. That actually might be kind of cool. But it's going to feel like you're bouncing off a hard surface. And there's nothing there. It's going to be invisible. But that did give me the idea that maybe we should make it bounce when you reach a low enough altitude. Your voice sounds deeper than usual. Did you just wake up or something? No. I don't know why. Maybe my voice just goes through changes. Maybe I didn't finish puberty at the age of 24. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know why my voice is deeper. Maybe I'm tired. Who knows? Okay, so what I'm going to do here, which actually might fix this bug for me anyway, is just make this an absolute value if the altitude goes below 0.1, and we're going to have to make it absolute, but also divide it, I guess. Or actually, instead of doing that, okay, so if altitude, okay, let me think for a second. If altitude is below 0.1, and the altitude is, and the force is negative, we also want the force to be below 0. Right, if that all is there, geez, I'm getting lost in my thoughts. Then we just want to make it absolute and also divide it by a certain amount. So math.absolute. And then we don't want it to be perfectly bouncy because that's going to be way too crazy. So maybe like divide it by 2. We can play around with different amounts of bounciness. And I guess we could divide it by 2 either outside or inside the absolute function. That shouldn't make a difference. Okay, let's try that new code out. It's still not going to fix these issues unless I just keep adding. If I multiply them like crazy, but it's going to, you would think, be like absolute shit if I do that. Let's just put in crazy values, since putting in tiny little changes are not, it's not doing what I want it to be doing at all. So let's go crazy. This is probably going to make it like a super fast crazy hot air balloon. What the fuck? Am I doing this wrong? Should it actually be Eli minus position Y? Am I just being really stupid? I don't think so. Because if you're at 100, if the Y position for the player is at 100 and the elevation is like, let's say 25, it'd be 100 minus 25, which put your altitude at 75. That's correct. Oh, yeah, you're right. Velocity. Yes. Thank you, Stevoid. But I don't remember how I'm doing this, how I'm applying the forces. But yeah, you're right. There probably is velocity. Yeah. Thank you for kind of reminding me that I'm stupid. I don't remember how I'm doing this, but that sounds accurate. Yeah. That makes sense. Which means Okay. Yeah. Steve, wait, I just kind of forgot how physics works for a good while there until you reminded me. Um, shit. I'm so stupid. Game.world.player.velocity. Holy shit, I'm dumb. Yep. That was the whole reason why I am breaking everything here. So many places where I'm using force, I should be using velocity. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. I don't think I'll ever know. But really, we don't want to be doing a max force. We want to do max velocity, which means everything here needs to be velocity. All of this should be velocity. How can somebody forget such basic things about physics? It shouldn't be possible. I always thought I was okay at physics, but if I apparently forget the difference between force and velocity, I'm not as good as I thought I was. Okay. And this is going to be a much larger value, more like 0.5. And I don't think we need delta time in there. No, I don't think we need delta time. And this needs to be velocity as well. And I don't remember if I'm doing anything with the collision code with forces or velocities. I don't think I am. No, this doesn't use forces or velocity, so that's good. For some reason, I thought I was just like applying the forces and not using velocity or something. I don't know what I thought. Okay. So obviously, a little bit glitchy. But it's actually tight and responsive now. It's just the camera or something is a frame behind or something like that. But hey, this is actually doing almost what I want it to be doing. It's just a little bit crazy. Okay, what am I missing in chat? You're trying to replicate the SVG importing I did? Okay, I don't know what that stuff is because I was probably away in prison then. But well, you're trying to replicate it in TypeScript? Yeah, I wrote the engine and I wrote the physics engine as well. But I forgot how physics works. Oh my fucking god, how the fuck are you able to breathe if you miss something like this related to physics? Something. I don't know what half of that meant. I don't know if I should be insulted or complimented it, but okay. And this is what Cow is doing. Alright, I'm starting to get a little bit really tired. And my brain isn't working that well. But I wanna... Whoa, what is all this? I wanna try to get this working a little bit better. I think the camera is one frame behind, and that's mostly why there's that weird bounciness, because the camera is being updated at a different time than the players being... I don't know, it's just a bunch of confusingness. Oh, sorry, could not resist. That's what that means. I'm not really hip to the internet lingo, sorry. The HTML tags get censored for some reason. Oh, so yeah, if there's some HTML going on in there, I don't know why, but those turn into asterisks. At this point right now, I'm just using Twitch anyway for streaming because YouTube is an asshole. So I probably will try to switch back to Guinea Guy's chat client thing because it's a lot nicer, and I like Guinea Guy. Don't worry, I'm not insulted. How do I pronounce your username though? Dale? Dale? I think it's Dale. Probably. Now, what happens if I enter in some HTML? Does it need to actually be a thing? Does it actually have to be, like, I don't know what you guys are entering. But can you guys do tests like that? Or no, that breaks as well for you? Yeah, it actually, yeah, I'm looking at it on Twitch chat now. It breaks everything. So for me, I can. But you guys can't. That's so strange. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch to Guinea Guys thing. Yeah, but instead of censoring it, can't they just escape like characters and stuff? If they were actually like knew what they were doing and actually developed it properly, you like just escape the characters, any like HTML characters, and then you're good to go forever. Getting, I don't believe you. I think it's gonna work fine. In fact, let me test it out right now because I don't have a Windows version because I think you only sent me like a .app version for my Mac because I didn't have the Windows computer then. But I have my Mac next to me, so let me open up my Mac and test that out real quick. The problem is I have several different versions of the Guinea Guide chat thing, and I don't know which one is like the correct, most updated version to be using. I also don't remember what the name of it was. I saw it, like I know I have it. Oh, multi-chat, that's what we called it. Right. Okay, I have multi-chat 2. So I'm assuming multi-chat 2 is the one I should be using. Live coding apparently connected successfully, which doesn't make any sense because I'm not even on live coding. And it says, okay, so that version's not working. Let's try the other version. Okay, you might be right, Guinea Guy. Oh, no, the old version works. Well, it says it connected successfully. We actually have to type something now. Test. Hey, yeah. I wish I could show you guys this. I have a working version, Guinea Guy. And it has the icons and everything. The only problem is it's compiled for Mac, so it's a .app and stuff, and it's not compiled for Windows. I can try to, like, email you it, maybe, and will that help you? Because then you could look at the sources of the file or something? Would that make sense? Steve Wade is a pot leaf, and Guinea Guy is a guinea pig in a suit. I really should be using this. It's so much better. I just don't know how to make it work on the old Windows machine. Yeah, I'm gonna email you, Guinea Guy, except I don't remember what your email is. I'm gonna email it to you, and I don't know if that's gonna work. Hold on one second. Sorry, like I'm not really doing it. Okay, I have your email. Good. Multi-chat. Okay. Attach files. Hopefully Gmail will let me attach this. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to like change the file name to something or do something about it. Gmail, come on. What are you doing here? Okay, I'm struggling attaching it to Gmail for some reason. Oh, there we go. It's going. I think I did that right. I don't know if I did that right. Hope I did that right. All right, let me do that once more because I'm getting confused. Sorry, this is like nothing going on right now except me talking about emailing someone. But Guinea Guy, you probably don't have the icons and stuff. It's okay. I got it work. I got it working. This drive file isn't shared with the recipient. Share and send. All right. Let me know if that works because I'm guessing your version probably won't be as like upgraded as mine because you don't have the avatars. All right, I'm getting like really tired and I'm not able to focus. I just want to change the velocities on this to not be so extreme, and then maybe, just maybe, it won't look so glitchy. It probably still will look a little bit glitchy, to be honest, because it is a frame behind when we're rendering like basically, or we're telling the camera, we're updating the camera to tell it where everything else is, and then we're moving something in between the frame, and it's all kind of shittiness, but we can probably fix that eventually. But these numbers don't have to be so freaking crazy insane now, and we can make values more like 30 and 60. And now that we have that actually working, we can make the limit for the multiplier for this a lot softer. Like we'll divide that by 10 again. And that will help when we reach the artificial ceiling type thing not feel like shit. Okay. So yeah, a little bit bouncy still. I don't know how well you can pick that up on stream, but you can see he's kind of like vibrating a little bit. Let's see what happens when we reach the max altitude. There we go. That's so much better. So it's just like a nice like little bouncy thing. Probably shouldn't bounce that fast, but it's not that bad. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm going for. The only thing we have to do now is change where the camera's updating, and probably make it a little bit more floaty. It's a little bit too tight because we're falling down too fast and going back up too fast. Although maybe it's not that bad. I'm not too unhappy with it. And we're bouncing. There we go. The bouncing kind of works. I think the fact that it's a frame behind is partially why it's looking even jumpier than it actually is. I hope. And then, yeah. All right. So we have a good idea of what's going on. It just needs a little bit more work. But hey, we have it implemented. I could abandon it. It probably won't fall back down because the same logic is not applied. It's only applying that like logic or whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's interesting. When I hop into it, hold on. Why would that happen? When I spawn one, it puts me up really high. That's strange. Okay, so we'll have to fix that too. But this is pretty good. I think I'm gonna head to bed because I've been doing this for quite a while now. My brain's starting to melt. I'm pretty darn tired. I probably will stream more tomorrow, I think. Let me think. I have some stuff I have to do in the evening, but during the daytime, we'll see. I probably will stream more tomorrow, but I streamed like kind of twice today because I did it after midnight, so you might want to, I don't know yeah, I can't think. I'm too tired. I'm going to get going. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything too important in chat. I think most of you guys are just messing with the sensor thing. Yeah, and then if you don't mind, Guinea Guy, whenever you get the chance, if at all possible, try to make a Windows build for that multi-chat thing. I would appreciate that. Obviously, you don't owe that to me. You don't have to do it, but if it's possible, I would appreciate that. And there's no rush on it. If it takes like a week or whatever, that's fine. All right. Yeah, I think I'm caught up on everything. And then somebody, I think, just put a bunch of shit code in here. Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll stream again soon. I don't know exactly when, but it should be soon. And have a good night, everyone.